So tonight, a guilty plea in a case that tore apart a family and shook an area community.
Now, this involves a man accused of killing an infant and injuring his wife. Dennis Chambers pleaded guilty in connection with the attack and murder back in July. 10 on your side's Chris Horne has more from Gloucester County tonight.
The prosecution had a confession as well as DNA evidence against Chambers, who was tearful this afternoon in court. A revised indictment from just a few weeks ago enhanced the charges to first-degree murder and aggravated malicious wounding. With tears running down his face, Chambers responded to the judge's questions in a weakened voice. Officials say he has been in poor health since his arrest July 8th.
You entering your pleas of guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Sure.
Chambers pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in the smothering death of 5-month-old Emmy Chambers.
The defendant stated that the child was alive and kicking her feet prior to him placing the cloth over her nose and applying pressure for 2 to 3 minutes.
Chambers also pleaded guilty to aggravated malicious wounding in the beating of his 24-year-old wife, the baby's mother.
The defendant, Dennis Chambers, confessed to using a ball-peen hammer to strike his wife, Corinna Chambers, in the head multiple times.
The prosecutor says investigators used DNA to match evidence on the handle of the hammer and the blood on the head of the hammer to Chambers and his wife, Corinna.
She has not fully recovered from these injuries and has continuously been either hospitalized or in a rehabilitation center, only recently recovering her powers of speech.
The Commonwealth's attorney says Chambers confessed to investigators shortly after his arrest, just a day after the crimes. He told me afterward it was the worst case involving the killing of a baby that he has seen in his legal career. Chambers has no criminal history. He faces a maximum sentence of life on each of the guilty pleas. He'll be sentenced in mid-June. In Gloucester, Chris Horne, 10 on your side.